Now that you're, I guess, let's say more successful than you were when you started traveling.
Yeah.
How has it made the travel experience different for you? You know, having money versus not. Not that you're loaded, but like, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, no, I'm much more stable.
Yeah.
And then I'm also sort of this travel guru guy. And so like back when I was really traveling in a super interesting way, nobody was asking me to speak to their universities.
Oh, right.
And now, and I still like, I had some great travels in Africa this winter, but I'm not hand to mouth like I was in 1999 or whatever. I think, and not only am I more experienced, but I'm older. And so I'll rent a car sometimes. And there's no way when I was 28, I would rent a car.
Yeah.
Now I'm 46 and I rent cars all the time. And in fact, when I was in Europe with my sister and one of her sons came a couple years ago, it was cheaper. It was cheaper to rent a car and drive to Amsterdam and stay in an Airbnb in a field full of windmills and split the costs than it would have been to take a train and stay in the worst hostel in the red light district, because we were splitting costs, you know. Yeah. Another great thing about renting cars is you can pick up hitchhikers. And so in a way, I'm just more comfortable spending money, and I've discovered things that my 28-year-old self would be surprised at. Like, hey, it's actually renting a car may be expensive sometimes, but other times it helps save money. And you can pick up hitchhikers, and you can find, especially in Africa, God, you know, the highways are lined with people who are waiting to pick up a ride, usually with a big truck. And so if you find somebody who they have their fruit for the market and they just need to go 8 miles, you know.
So you pick them up and talk to them?
Yeah, sometimes.
Wow.
And sometimes they won't speak English. But like if you rent a pickup in Africa or get a pickup in Africa, I'm sure you could. Africa in general is a very social place. And I found people were very open to talking and spoke pretty good English, at least but I was in or near South Africa, so English is pretty common down there. So anyway, that's just an example of something an expense that I didn't make when I was younger that has yielded interesting results now.
Yeah. It also frees you up. I found just in renting a moped or a motorbike.
Yeah.
Frees you up to be like, I'll go and come whenever I want.
Yeah.
Instead of waiting for a bus or waiting for like
or even a bicycle.
Yeah, absolutely. It opens up the whole city instead of just the area you're in.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I underutilize that. I really should bicycle more. Like they have the Velib system in Paris, which is like your city bikes here in New York.
City bikes are great.
And the Velibs are great in Paris. It just has changed my relationship to the city. Because you can pedal the entire city. It's not a very big, physically very big city. Yeah. And there's racks everywhere. So going back to your earlier question, I think there's some ways that maybe I'm a little bit lazier than before. And part of it is because my smartphone makes it easy for me to be lazy. And at the end of the day, sometimes I'd rather spend more money and not smell the feet of somebody from, you know, Wales.
It is frustrating to be like, you know, some loud drunk coming into a dorm at 3 a.m, just like screaming. You're like, God, shut up. Where are you from? Not now. Not now.
Right. Yeah.
What are you doing?
Right.
Or they'll turn on the lights. I'm like, sorry. I'm like, then turn it back off. Use your cell phone light. Like, stop it. Those are annoying. But then the joys of that breakfast, that free breakfast, where it brings everyone together and like, what's there to do here? What should I be seeing?
Yeah.
Where should I be going? Oh, is there a cool jazz club here?
Oh, that's a great energy. Yeah. The hostel mornings. I mean, yeah. Actually, that's something I do a lot less of now, especially because if I'm traveling with multiple people, I can split an Airbnb and it's cheaper than the hostel, especially in Europe. But I miss that dynamic. And it is so funny. It's the kind of humor that probably wouldn't translate to comedy just because it's not a common experience. But like the loudest snorer I've ever heard in a dorm was this German girl who was sleeping right next to me. And of course, they thought it was me because in the darkened dorm in Jerusalem, they thought it was the knobby American guy over there. And so finally I had to like shake her bed and wake her up. Anyway, you know these hostile idiosyncrasies. And so sometimes I'm just too tired to mess with it. And so I'll spend more money.